Hey everybody, Lady Cheryl here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I hope you will find something that you can use in your gardening and that you will subscribe, like the video, and also share it on your social media platforms. It is currently January the 3rd and it's 63 degrees. But in a few days, it's going to be 23 degrees. So it's time to cover all this up. We were very blessed to have an unusually warm month of December in North Texas. We had a couple mornings where it was really cold, but I didn't leave the frost cloths on because it warmed up quickly. I can always tell when it's getting ready to get cold because we start losing all of the leaves off the fruit trees. So on those days when it warmed up, I just pulled the frost cloth back a little bit. All of the containers and garden beds still have the frost cloth attached to one side, and we just have to bring it forward. As you can see, everything is growing very well, from the green stalks to the containers to the large black garden beds. I am very pleased with how green and luscious everything is. The cabbages are forming heads, and the collards and broccoli, everything is growing well. And look right here. We've got the beginning of very small broccoli heads. In a few months, we will be able to harvest them and blanch them and freeze some. And then, of course, we'll eat some of them fresh. I'm just really excited, especially to see the broccoli heads coming on.
My name is Andre, and I'll be helping my grandmother cover all her plants because it's going to be dropping down to 23 degrees.
All right. Thanks, Andre. Guys, if you look real close, right here and here and right over here, as well as here, here, and here. You have to be very careful when you are planting your bulbs for spring. If you have a real warm climate or unusually warm climate like we had, they'll come up early. But the cold will slow down the growth. Okay, guys, you see the pansies over there? I'm not going to cover them. The lowest temperature for a good established pansy plant to withstand is 20 degrees. Now, if it's going to be 25 degrees or lower for several hours, then it can damage them, but the roots will still survive. Even if the flowers fall off, more leaves and flowers will come on. So be selective about what you're going to cover up. The onions can take a low temperature. I'm not covering them up, or the mums, or the dianthus. It is currently 43 degrees. It is Sunday. Everything is holding up. It's very windy out here. I just came out to share with you how everything is doing. The only thing I'm disappointed in is, and I'll share it with you right now, is the green stalks. Yesterday we covered 2 of them. You see right here, they're together, and one of the covers blew off, even though I had clipped it on at the top. So luckily I was able to get 2 covered with 1 sheeting, and everything else looks pretty good. The temperature is supposed to get down to 23 by the morning, so hopefully by being a windbreak right here, it shouldn't get too cold right here. I don't know where the other cupboard is. I looked all over the yard, but I'm going in, and I'll let you know how everything fared in a couple of days. I thought about putting the 6 mil plastic sheeting over the frost cloths, but then I thought, nah, I usually just put that on if it's going to be below 20 degrees. And as you can see here, there are several layers of the frost cloth on the big garden bed, so that should raise the temperature by at least 10 degrees. It's Thursday, January 9th. All the schools are closed because we're in the middle of a winter storm in North Texas. A lot of ice, maybe a little snow later, but right now I'm going to do something with these fairy lights that I've had for over 2 years and hadn't put them up. And they are operated on batteries. So as you can see here, I strung some across here. And I think I'm going to go down this pole right here so that they can reflect in my mirrors over here. Yep, I can see the lights reflected there. I tried to use as many battery operated lights or mirrors or LED lights as I possibly can to save on expense of electricity. Yeah, so I think this is going to be neat. So I'm going to utilize this day by making some improvements in my room. Ordinarily, I would get a lot of sun coming from that window straight ahead. But when I don't, I turn on my lights here to illuminate over here. And this light right here to illuminate over here. But on the real dull days, I have a little extra secret. These LED fairy battery operated lights. Well, guys, it got colder than I thought it was going to get. The lowest temperature so far was 21 degrees. And we are expecting it to get to 19 degrees by tomorrow morning. Schools are closed, as I said earlier. And I haven't been outside to look at my garden in several days. And you know what? I'm not worried about it. I do regret not putting the 6 mil greenhouse plastic over the larger garden beds. But you know what? I am 70 years old and I think I did pretty good. So whatever doesn't make it, it just doesn't make it. But I feel confident that the majority of my garden is going to survive because I was very selective about growing cold-tolerant plants. Well, I'll let you know what happened in a few days when I uncover my beds and containers and reveal what is still surviving. Because it is too cold for a 70-year-old woman to be going outside trying to put plastic on some containers and beds. So in the meantime, I'm just going to take care of my indoor cracking method of growing food in the mason jars. I'm going to continue starting more seeds for my spring garden, and I will continue to start more seeds in my hydroponic system until it gets warmer, and then I'll go outside and reveal everything to you and finish this video. I feel confident that everything is going to be, I should say, the majority of everything that is cold tolerant will be fine. But if it isn't, that's okay too, because I'm growing a lot of food inside and I'm keeping myself busy, and I'm not going to do things like I used to when I was much younger, go outside in that real cold weather, because my body just can't handle it. Okay, guys, I will finish this video up in a few days when the snow and ice melts. In the afternoon, it's 50 degrees. We're taking all the covers off of the containers and the garden beds, because you know we just got through that terrible freeze. Look right here, guys. Go in closer, Brian. You can see right here the sheet of ice. It got down to 19 degrees. This is looking really good. You can see here Brian removed the cloth back, and the only thing that I'm going to cover up now going forward are going to be these 2 large garden beds, because it's just too much work for me. So we're going to go over here, Brian. We're going to do the same thing at this one. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go close up and show them how beautifully everything was protected. Cloudy out here, but cabbages are forming. It looks really nice. Maria is removing the frost covers over here. You can see the spinach is doing really well. Look at that big old block of ice. Don't play with it, Bria. Just throw it on the ground. Okay? Hurry up, sweetie. With your cool glasses on. By the way, I'm going to insert a picture of her squad Her cheerleading squad took first place in the competition yesterday. I'm so proud of her. Okay, so that red lettuce is doing really good. Over here we have the baby kale and Swiss chard. And the cabbages look like they're a little bit damaged, but we're gonna wait and see what's gonna happen. And we'll see more spinach coming up over here. Now, the temperature is gonna be pretty good this week. Next week, we're gonna have some low temperatures early in the morning, but it's gonna warm back up to the 40s. And this week is gonna be mid-30s during the nighttime and 50 during the day. So we're just gonna let the garden marinate and do what it does. This is the second bed, and Brian is securing the clips at the back, and we're just gonna leave this uncovered for the rest of the winter, unless it's gonna get down into the teens. Because remember that video I did on the cold hardy crops. Everything will grow slower, but it will continue to grow. This is bigger than it was when I showed you in my last video about 8 or 9 days ago. So for it to be 19 degrees, those greens are looking good. Those brassicas, collards, cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, kale. I think we did real well. And what didn't do real well, we're going to harvest it before the next freeze. Okay, so Bria is removing this. Okay, looking good. That's Bloomsdale spinach. Looking wonderful. Guys, I'm really happy. The peppermint there was not covered. It's doing okay. Mom's wasn't covered. Some of them are still living. They'll come back. All over here, these are tulips. And that's a cabbage making a head right there. Look good. We have carrots and beets and turnips. And over here it's looking good. We have lettuce. Okay, we're gonna let it get a lot of sunshine. Let's remove the cover off of the green stalks. The bottom of it looks good. I don't like what the collars look like. I personally think they chose the wrong fabric. This is just my opinion. This is a plastic. It's a woven plastic. And when that plastic comes in contact with plants, it melts. So that's my review of the green stalk cover. Just my opinion. Because see, look right here where it didn't come in contact. Look how beautiful those leaves are. Did you notice, Brian? Right here, the spinach. Looking good. But compared to this, no. And this, I don't like it. But look over here. The red mustards and the spinach looks much better. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please share it on your social media platforms and subscribe if you're new. I hope that I encouraged you or motivated you in some way to grow food all year long. Thanks for watching, everybody. You know that I love you, and God loves you too. And at least them kids eat prime rib for leftovers.
No, what you need?
Like I peas.
Oh,
I'm like, we don't say no prime rib for us.
I have eyes, and I like peas.
Bria.
Potatoes.
Do you like peas? I have a hard time saying do you like peas.
Corn.
Yes.
Bria likes all vegetables.
Greens.
Yeah.
Greens is her favorite.
Fufu, she
Black eyed peas.
corn fufu, flour fufu.
Oh, yeah.
She love it.
Dry.
Yeah, well, brown.
She's an athlete.
What?
Nope.
Now, I just don't understand why the children get a plate before the grown-ups. How do you feel about your kids getting a plate before you?
I'm really disappointed.
Me too.
All right, your turn. Let's go.
Okay, I'll take some of everything. Now, that's a nice plate for New Year. New Year's Day. Some people say New Year. Some people say New Year's. Hey, what's the button? Happy New Year.